Hello world, it's Lee Kelson again coming to you from Jakarta at the Indonesian Australia Digital Forum, and I'm here with Paul Meyers. Paul's come down from Singapore for this event, is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Paul, just tell us a little bit about your backstory.
Sure. So I've been in Asia about 25 years, multiple entrepreneur myself, had a media background, media television background, that's what brought me out here. But I helped start an internet company in the .com days that grew from 4 people to 650 people in a NASDAQ listing. Brought CNET to Asia, brought DoubleClick to Asia, brought MTVAsia.com into existence. Then moved into mobile space and had a mobile content company all throughout Southeast Asia, including here. And then sold that and have then worked in telcos and consulting ever since.
Right. So is that all?
That's all. That's the short version.
That's the short version. And so what brings you down to this type of event?
So I work now with Murudi. I'm the head of Murudi in Singapore, and Murudi is the Telstra-backed early-stage startup accelerator program. There's 5 in operation, 4 of them in Australia, 1 in Singapore. And so obviously this is a great opportunity for us to see what's happening in Indonesia.
He's clinging a bell, a glass in the background, which is really helpful.
Yeah. Yes.
He's making it very difficult for us. So what's the activity that Murudi's involved in Singapore?
So we take 10 companies every year from Southeast Asia and run a 6-month acceleration program where Telstra invests $75,000 with each of the companies on a safe note, which allows us to invest in all sorts of different kinds of companies. We're vertical agnostic, so we can invest in the best startups, the best founders, and then we help them grow and learn and take them to the US for a week, which is coming up real soon, introduce them to the ecosystem around Southeast Asia and in Singapore, and then hopefully they become big, strong companies.
Yeah. And I've spent a bit of time in Singapore over my life, but what I read and what I see now is Singapore's a booming ecosystem. What are you seeing happening in Singapore?
Well, it is. It's a very good ecosystem right now. I think the corporate VCs are evolving. I think some of the early stage ones that were very vertical specific are starting to die out because maybe they don't work or maybe they don't have the input, the number of people who can apply for it. But we're starting to see different kinds of ones like Plug and Play come in, ourselves come in, maybe broader, more globally based ones that have different agendas. And so it's evolving. It's kind of nice that way.
And I detect you've got the American accent there, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. And
yes.
Whereabouts in the States are you from?
I'm from Chicago, originally, yeah.
Okay.
But I spent time in D.C. I spent time in the Valley in the early days.
So do you know a guy by the name of Howard Tillman? He was 1871, the incubator accelerator program up there?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so he had an expression where he said to me that the old world economy was the big eating the slow. Mm-hmm. The new world economy is the fast eating the big eating the small.
Yes.
The new world is the fast eating the slow.
I think that's true. I think, I was just listening today to a podcast where it was talking about moving quickly, making mistakes early, making mistakes often, just trying new things. If they work, that's great. If they don't work, that's great. Move on, learn how to do it, and that's your advantage now. That's your competitive advantage.
So we've got a predominantly youth audience.
Mm-hmm.
If there's young people out there that have been thinking about an idea or trying to get an idea going, what would your advice be, given you've had an extensive background in entrepreneurship?
Try it. Try it out. Make as many mistakes as you can. Don't be shy. That's where you learn. Don't have any ego attached to it. We all make mistakes. For every 100 mistakes you make, you come up with a great idea. You have great success. So that's what I'd say. Is just keep trying new things. Learn from as many people as possible. Ask questions. Ask more questions. Ask more questions. That's where you learn. Right. That's what I'd say.
So keep asking questions. That's pretty excellent advice. And if people want to get in touch with Singapore, Murudi in Singapore, how can they reach you?
I'm Paul at Murudi.com, and it's MURU-D.com, and that's the best way to get us. Also our website, which is everywhere.
Yes, and I mentioned to you earlier that I did have a previous life. I had a business with partners with Salesforce.com.
Right.
Who I knew Julie
yes.
Trell, and
who's my boss.
Well, she's heading up the Murudi now,
exactly.
which is fantastic.
Yeah, that's good.
Now you guys are also in Brisbane, is that right?
Yeah, we're in Brisbane, we're in Melbourne, we're in Perth, and we're in Sydney.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're everywhere.
Yeah.
So go and check it out. Mirror D, backed by Telstra. Paul, thanks very much for your time. It's been a pleasure talking with you.
Very good. Thank you very much. Thanks
Cheers.
for the time.